So I ended up getting 8th in the heat race. And I remember being on the start line, I had to ask the two mechanics next to me to put my button in,
Yeah.
like my holster button. And they're like, where's your mechanic? I'm like, dude, I'm just here by myself chilling. So you can work as hard as you want, but I'm never going to be as good as Jet Lawrence. That is a freak. I just...
I met a gypsy.
But Sexton's crash at Indy was sort of that going on to a step on, and just the ruts got him and he went over the bars. Because that was a big turning point in the season as well, because he really should have capitalised then with Tomac having an off night and getting the 5th or 7th or whatever he did. Yeah. But that's just what made the season sort of interesting, I guess. The fact that Tomac had won 7 races and he only had an 11-point lead.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and Sexton won a race and got docked 7 points.
Yeah,
so
that's gnarly. Yeah.
That was like another thing that, yeah, I mean, it's just so unpredictable. And to have like 3 dudes in it with a chance to win every single weekend. And then as well as that, though, you've got like 3 other guys that could spoil those dudes winning and get in between those guys winning. Like, it was just so unpredictable and so gnarly to be a fan, to just know every single night, like, you just have no idea who's going to win. I think that's what made it so, and you kind of had there's 3 guys that are kind of like there for the championship, but to have those 6 dudes where you're like, man, any one of these guys could show up tonight and just wreck shop.
Well, if you look at the A1 starting line for the main event, nearly everyone in that starting line is a regional Supercross champion.
Yeah, there was like 12 champs or something.
That is unbelievable when you really think about what it takes to get to the 450 class and be a factory dude.
Yeah.
You have to be basically a champion.
Yeah.
So, or have be like McElrath, who has 10 Supercross wins or something ridiculous like that. Or AC wasn't a Supercross champ, but he had nearly the most wins or something, I'm pretty sure. So it's gnarly. That's what makes the sport, getting to that 450 class and being a factory rider, so gnarly. Can I take a piss before I'll tell you that cool story?
Yeah.
I'll go take a piss.
You know what else was gnarly too? Was Detroit, the main between Kenny and Barsha. Like when Kenny won, did he win in Detroit?
That was Indy.
Indy, sorry. Yeah. That had to be one of the sickest 20-lap races of all time, right? Like, main event, who is going to win this race? Everyone wanted Kenny to win it so much, and everyone wanted Barsha to win it just as much. Like,
it's
that
cool
was
that he got
hectic.
the win. Yeah.
So
it's cool
sick
that
Barsha
got the win at New Jersey.
Yeah.
It kind of made up because
and it was him and Roczen.
Yeah. So it was kind of sort of thinking, well, shit, Barsha might not get one this year, even though he was riding amazing and podium like week after week. But to be able to get that win for those guys is so tough when you're going up against Tomac or a Sexton or whatever. So when Roczen, like when he got out to the lead for Indy, I was kind of thinking, he'll probably lead for 10 minutes. And then he kept going, and then he kept getting caught a little bit by Barsha. And that whole main, just the fact that it was so rutty and gnarly. There was mistakes all the time and stuff like that. That's what, when I think the tracks are slower and because that wasn't such a technical, but the ruts made it so technical.
Yeah. It
makes for the racing to be insane. That's, I think, what made the 2-stroke so good, because people were making mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And like Kenny, when it gets like that, is as good as anyone on a night.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because he got such a late start on the season. In the beginning, he didn't look like he does now. But to think that, when was the last time he has been this strong at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Is kind of cool. Like, it would have been interesting to see how he would have gone outdoors on that bike, but I guess we won't know now. But it's still sort of interesting that he's taken that bike and it isn't so much of a factory team, but they've figured it out, and like to say that he's been on the podium for how many weeks in a row. If you said that at the start of the season, there was a lot of doubters with him being on that program.
Yeah. There's people that doubted that he'd even get a podium, and he's had like four and a race win, and he'll probably podium again this weekend.
Yeah, I've kind of guaranteed, because I haven't got to watch the race yet from the weekend, but he got second and he crashed in the first turn or first lap or something.
He crashed twice in the first lap.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, which it's kind of, I guess it's tough with the moment with everyone out, but it just goes to show you how good those top guys are. And being at elevation, it shows you how actually fit those top guys are as well. Because I feel like I'm fit, like I bust my ass with the training and all that. And I know I'm doing a lot more other things to try and get to the races, and I'm not just focused purely on just the riding. But I was fucking exhausted in that main event. The elevation just shows you how good those and fit those top guys are, because you're basically just tasting blood in your chest the entire time, and you're trying to make choices because you have to, because there's obstacles coming up and your body's just saying, no, I don't want to fucking lift my leg in that corner type of thing. The elevation coming from Australia, where we don't have that or whatever with racing, it really blows you away how slow your bike is and how much more gnarly it is on fitness-wise.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, GypsyTales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.